It is totally prohibited to watch debates or to engage in debates. Engaging in debates might be acceptable if you had proper knowledge, but it must not be public.
In these days, we get exposed to a lot of debates, like with non-Muslims and Muslims, like they debate each other about topics of Islam. So sometimes we get exposed to topics which are uncommon or not usual, and sometimes they're sensitive topics, right? So, and then when we get exposed to these topics, we get infected with like doubts, and we find a lot of du'at or shaykh address these topics either. So how can we overcome these doubts and about these delicate topics of Islam?
Tawfiq, barakallah. First of all, a rule of thumb. It is totally prohibited to watch debates or to engage in debates. Engaging in debates might be acceptable if you had proper knowledge, but it must not be public, regardless of what people do. Yes, it's interesting. Whoa, it's like a boxing match, and this was a low blow. Oh, the sheikh, I don't know who's going to do this. And no, now he's retaliating. This is not a boxing match. This is something related to Islam. Those involved in debates about atheism, about this and that, they get exposure, they get attention, but they're sinful for what they're engaging in publicly. Why? When people debate, the intention is to divert as many Muslims as possible, not to reach the truth. I'm talking about public debates. So when Sheikh Ahmed Deedat, may Allah have mercy on his soul, had a debate with James Swaggart, he literally knocked him out with a KO. James Swaggart could not do anything because he wasn't prepared. He did not have any knowledge, neither in Christianity nor in Islam. So he was totally knocked out. A couple of years later, there was another debate with a missionary called Anis Sharush. Palestinian evangelist, came with the purpose of throwing misconceptions and doubts in the hearts of Muslims, not to reach the truth. So he came prepared, and he bombarded Sheikh Ahmed in half an hour with like 50 doubtful things of Islam. And every Muslim was, these things are, I never thought of that. Why is Islam is like that? Why Islam is like this? So 50 shubha, throwing them, bombarding the Sheikh. When the Sheikh came to rebuttal, he had only 30 minutes, and that would suffice to respond to one or two issues. What about the rest? It's all down the drain. It's all in the hearts of the Muslims who watch these debates, and caused many of them to doubt their Islam because there was not enough time to respond. Every single doubtful matter could have been addressed, but the time was not sufficient. This is why Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah refuse strongly to debate the people of innovation or to meet them, for the fear that Allah may, or for the fear that this may be causing confusion to the Muslims, and for the fear of their hearts, for their hearts, that shaitan may throw something that would corrupt their hearts. So you have to definitely stop watching. I was just, before I came here, with a brother from America in a counseling session. And he was telling me, Sheikh, I'm practicing, I pray on time, but I was so addicted to watching debates. Now my Iman is not the same. Now I'm thinking, anytime the Sheikh says a hadith, I criticize the hadith in my head. And I say, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And this is the end result, which would most likely lead a person to hypocrisy, doubting his own religion. So definitely you have to stop this. And if you have any doubts about something you heard in a debate, never go and address the close ones to you, your siblings, your friends, your relatives, because you'll confuse them and lead them to doubting Islam. Go to a sheikh and state to him your doubt to relieve you from your confusion, and inshallah, he will do that for you. Ameen. Bushra from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
I am a student who is memorizing the Quran. Whenever I recite from memory or memorize a new portion, I naturally sway back and forth. I do not this as an act of worship, but I naturally do it out of habit.
Do you do
Is
what?
it permissible to
You do what?
sway
What do you mean sway? Yani
back and forth?
doing this? Yes or no?
Back and forth. Back and forth.
Oh, okay. So, yes. So your question is this permissible?
Yes.
No, this is not permissible. This is how the Jews do their prayer when they go and do their innovated prayer at the walls or whatever. They do this all the time. This is not from the Islamic tradition or from the Sunnah. The believers, whenever they hear the Quran, their hearts tremble and is filled with tranquility. So we do not imitate the Jews in such movement, and Allah knows best.
I'm struggling with overwhelming fatigue and emotional emptiness that makes me difficult. That makes it difficult for me to do my daily life tasks, including my night prayers, which really make me sad. I want to cry and pour my heart out to Allah because I cannot do it to anyone else. But I feel blocked and overwhelmed and disconnected as well. Even when I try to enjoy life or special moments, I feel empty and question why it doesn't make sense for me. And I look at the sky and see how others enjoy their life, but I don't. I have everything, alhamdulillah, even those things that I don't deserve it, but Allah has granted me those. So can you tell me how can I deeply reconnect with Allah, giving my situation? So what advice or dua you can give me? And please pray for me as well.
May Allah Azza wa Jal place a great deal of peace, tranquility, and content in your heart. Sana, it's not possible that I address this issue on a Q&A session, because this would require me to speak for the rest of the whole hour of our episode about it. I would highly recommend that you book a counseling session, or you go, if I'm too expensive, which I am, go to a Muslim therapist, a real practicing Muslim therapist with knowledge of Islam, because your issue deals with therapy of how to look at things. You're feeling hollow and empty from the inside because Satan has messed up with your head for a long time. So now you're convinced he already sold you his pitch and you bought it. And now you're convinced of it, and this is why you're finding it difficult to progress and to move on. So you need therapy. It shouldn't take more than one session, inshallah, and may Allah make things easy for you.